right, hello again. This next video is about things my narcissist blamed me for that are completely ridiculous and not my fault. Hopefully, you can kind of relate to maybe some similar things and we can all feel a little bit better. The first thing she blamed me for is her alcoholism. um, she didn't drink in college because she was an athlete, which makes sense. And then she started drinking a couple years after that, which had nothing to do with me. She started drinking um, sort of a beer every night because work was really stressful because she's in a really intensive teacher program called Teach for America, and they're in really stressful school situations in low-income schools with a lot of needs that aren't really being met. So of course it's stressful, but I didn't make you go to the liquor store all the time, and I didn't put that beer in your hand and force it down your throat. So that one is obviously ridiculous, but I certainly got blamed for it. And even at one point, she accused me of not wanting her to get better, despite the fact that I was the one who called her insurance to figure out which therapist would take her insurance to try to get her help for it. But I didn't want her to get better, so don't worry about that. The next thing is she blamed me for her gaining weight. Pretty sure that had to do with maybe some the alcoholism, also maybe some the eating whatever you want and not working out. I mean, also it just kind of happens. If you were an athlete in college, you're probably going to weigh more now than you did in college. Also, I think she was hinting at the fact that I had said something like, if you want to lose weight, let's just sort of do it in the way that we pay attention to what we eat and try to be healthier instead of going full-blown eating disorder. Because she tends to go all out, in everything she does. And so, sure enough, what she had wanted to do was, completely stop eating, basically, and do all these crazy workout programs every single day. And that didn't seem healthy to me, and I'm really into body image and being actually healthy in that way, and so that was kind of disturbing to me as a possibility, and of course that's immediately what she did after we broke up, and now I'm sure she's telling everyone, see, it was her fault that I gained weight, and now I'm so much better without her, so whatever. She also blamed me for her not doing anything besides work and school. Well, you chose to do Teach for America, which is a really intensive program. You're also in grad school, and I'm also in grad school, so that takes up a whole lot of time throughout the day. I was also always the one who suggested places we could go or things we could do, so it didn't really seem like she wanted to do anything besides what we were doing. She doesn't really like to go out. On Friday nights, a lot of the time, we would just end up watching Dateline, and that's what she wanted to do. So blaming me for that was pretty bizarre. She also finally took me home for her family's big 4th of July celebration this past year. Previously, I was not allowed on the premises because they were very homophobic and didn't like me because I have short hair and tattoos. That was the reason. I was going to ruin the holiday, and she refused to stand up for me. So she went home by herself the past couple of summers, but last summer I got to go. But then I got blamed for ruining the weekend, and here's why. We got there, and we said hi to her sister, who noticed that I had my engagement ring on, and said, "Oh, are you married?" And this sister of hers would not have cared. She's not homophobic. She would have been great about it. She was just asking if she had missed something. No, just engaged, but that's not what Carrie said. She took me outside and told me that I needed to take my engagement ring off because what would the family think? Because they hadn't met me before, and what if they thought we hadn't been together long enough? We had been together for almost 2.5 years, so it's not like it was only 2 weeks, and that was something that obviously your family would be judging you for. So again, it was that image thing. What will my family think? She hadn't even told her dad. She told her mom, who keeps lots of secrets for her because she's the enabler in the family. So I, of course, was insulted and was thinking, why won't you stand up for our relationship in front of your family? So I was pretty upset. And then she got mad at me for being upset, of course. Also, she got very drunk in the middle of the day and decided that she should let our dog off the leash. And our dog, of course, is very fast and proceeded to run across a highway and almost get killed. So I was very mad about that as well. And she did this multiple times, just let her go off into the woods or wherever she wanted to go. That to me was upsetting. So I even tried to be calm about it because I knew that when she was drunk, she would highly overreact. So I just was like, you can't do that anymore. That was so scary. I don't know how to find her if she goes off into the woods. But of course, the fact that I pointed out something that she really shouldn't have done was horrifying to her. And so we got narcissistic rage big time. I just walked away after I got accused of, ruining the whole weekend, and I never should have brought you here, and I knew you were going to ruin everything. I walked away, and I went into one of the cabins where we were staying, and I just cried for a minute, because what else do you do? Of course, she doesn't like that, so she followed me, was mean for a few more minutes, just totally verbally abusive and nasty and drunk, and then decided that it was time to go. This is the time of day when the whole family goes out on the pontoon on the lake. So I needed to suck it up. And before my eyes were even dry from crying about this bizarre situation, I had to go get on the pontoon with her family and act like I just loved my life. So, that's another instance of no empathy, just concerned about our image. Let's go act like everything is completely fine. One more thing that I got blamed for is actually kind of the whole relationship falling apart. Apparently her conclusions were, we're just toxic together and you'll just never trust me again. Well, I had absolutely no reason to trust you. I tried for a couple of years to get back to trusting you, but the reality is I found out that you slept with my friend at my parents' house in the same bed as me while I was asleep. So once you find out something like that, and then there were multiple other people that she, got really into over the course of years, and I still don't think I know the whole truth about what really happened with them. And then multiple other lies. How was I supposed to trust you? And of course, there was no attempt to help me trust her. If I ever had a question about anything, I was crazy. I was wrecking things. How dare I question her? So, anyway, I hope you can relate to some of that. It's completely ridiculous. Again, I'll be making some more videos. Let me know what you thought of this in the comments. And I'll talk to you again soon.